Thank you very much, everyone. Back to work at Caucus today after the most recent election. Obviously, we didn't come out on top, and that's disappointing, but there is a lot to be thankful for. We've massively expanded our party, 2.3 million votes, 25 more seats, big gains in Ontario, British Columbia, some more modest gains in Quebec, a very powerful and re-energized Conservative coalition led by young people, workers, new immigrants, entrepreneurs, big breakthroughs in manufacturing communities across the country. We're very thankful for that and very excited by the fact that we've been leading the charge on and leading the debate in this country, whether on the carbon tax, inflation, housing costs, crime, drugs. It's been Conservatives who've been leading and winning the debates. But there's more to do. We have to enlarge our team, grow our support, build on our caucus strengths. I'll be thanking them for their hard work, thanking our volunteers, our activists, our team. Obviously very thankful to the people of Carleton for the 2 decades I had the privilege of serving them. We have a path back into Parliament which will allow me to hold the government to account, continue to lead on the same files so that we can pursue our mission, which is to give people back control of their lives, to have a chance to work hard, earn a great life, live in an affordable home, on a safe street, make this a country where hard work is actually rewarded again. That was the mission that I set out to when I started my leadership campaign back in 2022. It's the mission that we stay focused on today.
Poilievre, you said you wanted to learn and grow. What have you learned from this election, and how will you grow?
Well, what we learned, I think we all learned, is that the map has changed dramatically. Like if you had told me that, for one, that we would get 41% of the vote a couple years ago, I would have said, wow, that's ambitious. But if you told me that we would get 41% of the vote and still not win, I would have said, you're crazy. But in fact, our electoral map has changed. It's at this point, right now, it could change again, but right now it's looking more and more like a two-party map, where getting 41%, by the way, the best result that we've had since 1988, is not enough. Was not enough to form government. So we have to ask ourselves, how do we first of all keep the enormous number of the 8 million people who voted for us? That was just almost 2.5 million more than the previous time. But then add another roughly 1 million votes that will allow us to get over the finish line. And that's something we're going to be talking with. We have to spend a lot of the summer listening carefully to people in the communities, coffee shops and town halls and other events. We can find out who are the people that are most likely to join this growing movement and get us over the finish line. So
Why did you run on in a rural riding?
Do you want Ms. Byrne to stay on your team?
Listen, she did a lot of hard work, and our team has a lot to be proud of. We've got, as I said, we've expanded our support, we've broadened our team, we've got 25 new members of Parliament, but we have to go further. So we're going to be enlarging our team, and that's one of the things we'll be talking about today in our caucus.
Do you think your party needs to make any changes after the federal election?
Well, I mean, any time that you don't form government, you have to take a look at why, but we're also incredibly optimistic about the base that we've built, the expansion of our voter pool. If you look at the new people that Pierre Poilievre has attracted into the Conservative movement, some people who not only say they've never voted Conservative before, but never voted. And so we're incredibly encouraged by that. We're going to have some discussions over the next few hours and even the weeks and months to come to analyze the results of the election, go through it with a fine-tooth comb and an objective lens. And then I'm confident that our leader, Pierre Poilievre, will be able to make some adjustments to finish the job next time. Come together today. We haven't been together for a while. We have a lot to discuss, a lot of things to talk about. We want to congratulate our new MPs. We've got dozens of new members of Parliament. We've grown our seat count in areas of the country that we've never won seats before, like Welland. We picked up seats in Kitchener. So there's a lot of optimism. We want to welcome our new colleagues, have some of these discussions, and I respect our caucus process so much, I'm not going to comment at all on what might happen in that regard.
Should Jenny Byrne stay?
we had a fantastic campaign that fell short. So we have to look at through the lens of there's a tremendous amount of growth that we can build on. To run a national campaign is an incredible challenge. To get 42% of the vote is an incredible accomplishment. So there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic. But all these kinds of discussions, all these kinds of decisions, she did a great job. She managed a fantastic team. Grew our seat count in many areas of the country, and massive new vote totals, highest number of votes ever for a Conservative Party, and the highest percentage of the vote in the modern era. So there's a lot of reasons to be encouraged, and a lot of aspects to be proud of. Obviously, you know, we didn't win, so we have to take a look at why and what we need to do to go forward. And I know our voters, our members, and the Canadians that we're counting on the Conservative Party to deliver change want us to get on with that as quickly as possible.
Mr. Chair, what do you make of the separatism talk coming out of Alberta and to a lesser extent Saskatchewan?
Well, look, I mean, anytime Liberals are in power, we have national unity issues. And I understand. I come from Saskatchewan. I understand why there's frustration in Western Canada when there's a federal government that imposes a no new pipeline law, a carbon tax that nobody wanted, that nobody asked for, that didn't work, and took them 10 years to finally listen to Canadians and cancel. So I believe that the best thing for national unity, the best thing to get a better quality of life and to respect Western Canada and allow them to work, whether it's farming. Remember, the Liberals wanted to put a cap on fertilizer for our farmers. That's just crazy. Whether it's scrapping the No More Pipelines bill, whether it's green lighting new energy projects that will put people in Saskatchewan, Alberta back to work and allow them to keep more of what they do earn. The only way to really get that done is for a Conservative government. So that, I believe, is the quickest and best way to address the concerns of Western Canada, is to elect a Conservative government.
Not going in, but I just what advice do you have for the new MPs?
Oh, you know, it's really exciting time to be back in Ottawa, and for everyone who's been elected for the first time. I'd say after what would be a very busy time, knocking on thousands and tens of thousands of doors in their communities, is to first of all thank the people who sent them here. Remember the people that sent them here, and remember why they sent them here. Because you know, we campaigned under the leadership of Pierre Poilievre, who has made it his mission to put Canadians first, to restore affordability. This is what we heard at the doors. And so remember who sent them here and why they were sent here. I'm looking really forward to the conversations we're going to have as a caucus this morning.
What went right and what went wrong? What are your initial thoughts?
You know, look, that's the conversations that we're going to have this morning, and I look forward to joining my colleagues. Thanks so much. Have a great day.